Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of In My Opinion. My name is John.
My name is Alastair.
Yes, and welcome back.
Welcome back. And oh my goodness, has it been a long ass year? Today
Has it been a back?
has it been a back, of course. But anyways, today is episode 81, but it's also the last episode of IMO. I know a lot of you are crying right now. You guys are quaking in your seats, wondering what you guys are going to do with the IMO. But don't worry, we'll still be streaming over at twitch.tv/overthinkSG. You can get updates from us on Telegram, t.me/overthinkSG, and also on Instagram, overthinkSG.
Yes.
But basically, by the time you view this week's Thursday, 4th of November, we will be having a season finale live stream over at Twitch. And the season finale live stream will be us having hot pot with a guest.
Yes.
The guest is Celeste.
Yes. With a guest.
With a guest, two guests. And basically, we'll just be having hot pot, having a chill time, playing some games, etc. But there's also a giveaway sponsored by Audio Technica. Once again, we are sponsored by them. Thank you so much, Audio Technica. There's a giveaway. We're giving away wireless earphones to just thank you guys for being here for us throughout the entire year. So I hope that you guys will be there for us and to like just chill and talk to us. And maybe you might win the earphones as well.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we need to plug?
Thank you. No, really, it's been a long year.
It's been a long ass year.
It's been a great one.
It's been
not that we are. I know we had to clarify. Not that we are stopping IMO forever.
Oh yeah, we're coming next year.
Yeah, I suddenly had that thought. It's basically we're ending the last IMO for this season this year. Mm-hmm. We will restart next year.
Yeah, because we kind of need to take a break. We need to settle
also we need to
things.
spend time with our family because it might not be immediately obvious, but we have
friends,
parents,
and family,
friends, and girlfriends. Might not be immediately obvious. Yeah,
but yes,
I have to clarify. I understand this kind of thing not confirmed. We have partners.
Yes.
We have friends.
Yes.
And more importantly, we have parents.
Yes, correct. Every day spend time with them. Yeah. So we'll be taking a break for the season, but next season in January, we'll come back again. I think this season, we have not missed a single week. Last season, we actually missed a week or two, maybe a few weeks and stuff like that because we were just couldn't keep up. But this week, they missed a single week. So we are all a little bit burnt out at this point. But we will be coming back next year and with better content, and hopefully we will be able to entertain you guys, continue to entertain you guys. But do join us for the Twitch stream, the finale live stream on the 4th of November, just so we can thank you guys and we have a good time together. But for today's episode, John, let's not dilly-dally any further. Basically, last year we did a thing which I thought was a little bit dumb, which we went through every episode and we went through all our opinions that have changed. I thought that would take a bit too much time. We are busy people. So let's just let's do superlatives instead. So we're going to do the high school yearbook situation right now. We have 3 categories that John and I have thought of. We don't know the answer to these 3 categories, but we have 3 categories. The 3 categories are favoritist episode, least favoritist episode, and also the most underratedest episode.
Yeah.
Grammatically correct, all of it. But all 3... underrated.
Favoritist.
Least favoritist.
Least favoritist.
And
underrated.
Yes. So these 3, we are going to be sharing the episode that will fit these 3 categories, and we will discuss a little bit more. And then hopefully you guys will be able to, if you haven't watched the episode, go back and watch those episodes. And maybe hopefully you will be able to see why we like them or see why they're underrated and stuff like that. But John,
and also just since this is the last episode for this season, I just want to shout out. Singapore Tatler, thank you so much for your feature on your article. Thank you so
my
much.
Goodness, yes, I forgot about that. Singapore Tatler features on the article. So many good news today. But we will be linking it down below. Go give them some love. They feature us. They make us sound really, really good, even though we really are not that great. But thank you so much.
I think we're pretty great.
We are pretty great. I'm great, but John is meh. But it's fine.
Yeah, if you're great, then I guess I'm pretty.
Guys, how do you stand?
Moving on, let's get into today's episode proper. Okay, Alastair, first one. Let's start with a good thing.
Let's start with a good thing. Favoritist.
What's your favoritist?
Why don't we do underrated first? We do the favorited at the end. To wrap it up nice with the Philly feels.
Okay.
Underratedest.
Okay.
What's your answer?
Underratedest. Okay. For me. I feel.
Yes.
Okay.
You feel.
Was something like that was very early in the creation of IMO.
Are we doing the whole 2 years or just this year?
Let me explain. I explain my rationale.
Okay.
I know that my one technically is not within this year.
Okay.
But I felt that it is still the most underrated.
Okay. You know what? That's fine.
Because let me explain. I also want to explain.
Yes.
Because it set the groundwork for a later episode.
Oh, okay. What's the episode you're talking about?
Okay.
I have no idea what it is.
So, throwback to a long time ago.
Oh no. Yes.
IMO episode 4.
Oh no! It's the Celeste episode.
It's the Celeste episode about influencers.
Okay.
I tell you. Okay. This was one of those episodes that did swimmingly. Could be better. Yeah. But that was the first time Celeste appeared. And also it set the tone for the next discussion and future discussions as well.
Yeah.
Regarding influencers.
I agree. There are a lot of times that we talk about like influencers, like let's say like we talk about influencer drama or whatever, or like influencers like not being good enough or whatever, and we will reference things that we have talked about in that episode specifically.
Correct.
In fact, we did a part 2 with Tammy as well, episode 20 if I'm not wrong. But we did a part 2 with Tammy, and I think it was quite a good episode as well.
Yeah. And I wanted to give you a good answer because you know what's my second one that I was sort of like thinking about.
What's the second one?
It's not good. It's not good.
It's not good.
It's the one I thought like that we could have received more support.
Which is
the one where we shoot the Mulan. We attack the Mulan movie.
You attack Mulan. I liked Mulan.
Yeah,
I did.
Because more people need to whack you.
The episode was not bad also, but that's from last year as well.
Yeah.
I think, last year we had quite a lot of underrated episodes. I mean, because we were just starting out and stuff like that. This year we got a little bit more traction, so maybe a little bit less underrated episodes. I actually found it quite difficult to think of an underrated episode this time.
Exactly.
I found it quite difficult. I was telling John right up before we wrote the cameras that I was like torn between two. But I end up with one.
Wait, yours is all within this year.
Mine is all within this year.
Okay, I have to preface that like I expanded my brain a little bit because within this year it was difficult for me. But okay, so that it's not a cop out.
Sure.
While you tell them yours, you think of underrated. Yours. I'll think of one that is within this year.
Sure. Okay. My underrated episode for this year is drum roll, everyone. It's our mental health journeys in school with Kevin from Rebound Resilience. Okay, it did get a decent amount of views, 1.7k. That's like roughly what we get most of the time.
Yeah.
But I do think that the episode was pretty damn good. In terms of like, I think Kevin really poured his heart out in the episode. And I think John also shared quite a bit about his own experiences, even though he's someone that looks like, I guess, generally quite has his life together and stuff like that. He's still, I think he was still quite vulnerable in the episode. I think we all were quite vulnerable in the episode. And we all were talking... And it was on the heels of a very, very tragic case of like the RV incident and everything. So I thought that was a pretty good episode that I wish had a little bit more support. I thought that I hope that the people who needed to hear it would have heard it, and the people who appreciate it already have listened to it.
Yeah.
But I quite like the episode. It actually reminded me of the Joyce episode, the Our Mental Health Journeys episode with Joyce last year. That did very well. So I was thinking that this episode might do pretty well as well. But I mean, it did okay. But I was hoping that it would do a little bit better just because of the message. And I mean, mental health is something that John and I, or rather I have been like advocating for very strongly as well. So, and it's a common topic we keep talking about in IMO. So I thought that there was something that that was a good episode that I hope will get a bit more views lah. But you know what? 1.7k, I'll take it. You know, I do think that if you haven't watched the episode, please go and watch it. I think it's a good episode to, I guess, reset. You know, once in a while we get caught in the chase, you get caught up in the grind of things, and caught up in like problems and stuff like that. That episode is a good episode to like put everything in perspective. A good episode to pull back kind of. And like kind of reset your mind a little bit. So if you haven't watched it, please do go catch it and watch it. Yeah. But yes, John, have you thought of yours?
Yes, I have.
What's yours
now? And I have to say that this is a criminally underrated.
Criminally?
Criminally.
Okay, let's go.
Almost want to call police. But, okay, I have to say that, you know, Alastair, your underrated episode is very in line with what we believe in also.
It is.
So it's like it's very nice to hear that that's what you're thinking. But you must understand my brain does not work that way also.
Sure. What's yours?
So my criminally underrated episode 48.
48? What's that?
The nonsense question one. Is water
Oh,
Hey guys. That one more existential than our existential crisis one.
that episode was fun. That was a fun episode.
You think about it. What the top comment,
Yeah.
right? Is that disagree that cereal is soup. Yo,
that's mad. How do you disagree
Exactly.
that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
But
We-
I
we- we-
remember
We
someone
nearly had a rumble, man.
I remember someone posted on Instagram. On that
Yeah.
in the Instagram post, someone wrote, "This is my favorite episode of IMO ever."
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, people actually really like this episode. It was basically us answering nonsensical questions like is water wet, is cereal soup, that kind of shit, you know.
Exactly.
But I
Are
think,
they important question? Extremely.
but we had a lot of fun. It was almost
Yeah.
like we are drunk, even though we're not.
Mm.
We were very lively, we were just chilling. And it was something that we wanted to try something new, like something a bit more chill. And we haven't, I'm actually quite surprised we haven't done another episode of this. We should have a lot of
Yeah.
episodes we didn't manage to do in time for this season.
We should not name it nonsensical question. It should be scientific question.
Yes, yeah, scientific. All these are scientific questions. But
Yeah.
yes, I think that's also quite underrated. 1.1k views, should have more. If you
Should
guys
have
want,
more.
if you
Should have
guys
been
want,
1.1 million.
if you guys want like a chill time, if you guys want like a relaxing time, you don't want to think too much about social
Yeah.
issues, you just want to like
Yeah.
have a laugh, relax. That was a good episode. It's a short one
Yeah.
as well. So I think that was quite a good
Exactly.
episode to watch.
Yeah.
All right, John,
Underrated.
let's
Yeah.
go to the least favorites.
Wait, least favorites.
Do you want me
First,
to go first or
Of
you
all
want to
time
go
first. Of all time first.
Of all time, Okay, I don't have all time. You say all time first.
I have because just now I expand my mind.
Okay, what's your all time least favorites?
Okay. So,
I don't have
you
it.
remember a time
Oh no. Oh no. Oh,
where we
no.
had a little podcast with Chow?
Oh! What? That's your least favorites?
Yeah, which resulted in
Oh no, I didn't even think about it.
resulted in a little bit of a legal scare.
That was a little bit of a legal scare. I know most
So
of
for
you.
context,
Yes. Yes, go ahead.
New year, new us, right? I'll tell you the story now.
Yes.
So we did an episode
yeah.
where we talked about
about the
someone who was implicated in the
About that
Orchard
Telesiao.
Towers murders.
Yes,
About that
yes,
Telesiao.
yes.
And
Oh,
then we accidentally implicated
Some other people.
a company, quote unquote, we implicated a company,
Yeah, as
quote
in,
unquote.
we did
People
not.
the company felt that we implicated them,
Yeah, we did not, but the company felt that we did.
quote unquote.
It's been a
Alleged.
while ago, so we feel more comfortable talking about it.
You know, it's been one whole year,
But don't.
almost exactly one whole year.
Here's where I'll say, please do not go and try to dig what that company is or find out what's going on or anything like that. Don't just take this at face value and understand that we have been through some shit.
So we had a little bit of a legal scare.
Nothing came out of it. It didn't even reach a lawyer stage. It didn't even reach anything. But it was a little bit of a scare.
A little bit of a scare.
that
A little bit of a
we-
threaten.
I feel like the two of us got a bit closer after that.
Yeah, we
Our-
quaked in our boots a little.
our-
We quaked in our boots a
Our
little.
bond was a little bit strengthened after the episode. But
Yeah. So
I think
so there was a little bit of a scare.
it was a little bit of a scare. Please, once again, I'll go ahead and say one more time. Do not find out which company it is. Do not go
Yeah.
and do anything. Just take it
Yeah.
at face value that we have gone
Because
through
we
something
don't
like
want
that.
another scare. So please do nothing about it.
Please
with
do
with
nothing
this
about it.
information.
Please. I
But
know
at the
it's
same
very
time,
difficult.
you must understand that that was a little bit of a freaky incident for us.
Freaky. Yeah. It's a bit tough because I mean, I am someone who's very anti-conflict and John is also quite especially when it comes to the legal stuff, like a bit more paranoid like me.
Yeah.
So the two of us were just a bit paranoid during that period of time. But
Yeah.
nothing came out of it. If anything, we all learned a little bit more about the legal system now in Singapore because we had to
Yeah.
research a lot and we have very good friends as well around us. But
Yeah.
it was a trying time. It was a trying time.
It
for
was.
us.
It was.
Yeah. But I think it was fine. We made out of it stronger and wiser. So I wouldn't
Wiser indeed.
I wouldn't think that didn't come to mind at all. When you said the episode, I was like,
Yes.
what? And then I was like, oh my god, that thing happened. I completely just slipped my mind. But yes, I can see why it's your least favorite episode.
Yes.
Oh, I don't even remember what my least favorite episode is anymore.
It was a bumpy ride.
It was a bumpy as right. Okay, my least favorite episode, John, is from this year.
Okay.
It's an episode that I thought could have not been done. It isn't necessarily like a I hate it episode. It's just one of the episodes that like, I thought could have been used better. It's the episode 45, What to Do After A-Levels. We did it because the last year, the A-Level episode did well. Right? The last year's A-Level episode did well. And then we were thinking that during that period of time was A-Level results as well. So we were thinking like, let's just give like a good like advice for the people that are coming out. But I thought that during the episode, like even though we shared quite a bit, I think a lot of things we shared like kind of overlapped with the first episode as well. So I thought that maybe we could have done a little bit better for that year. Or like maybe twist the angle a little bit more, you know?
I don't disagree.
Yeah, it could have been a little bit better. I think that was my least favorite. Even though it did quite decently, 1.6k views, that's quite decent during that time.
Yeah.
I thought it could have been a bit better. But I do know that some people watched the episode and found it very useful. So that's not to take it away from anybody. But I thought that in the light of the original, the sequel didn't stand up, you know? The sequel for this didn't really stand up in my mind.
That is true. We could have explored a little bit deeper besides just the A-level, right?
Yeah, we could have explored like more like academic stuff, or like maybe even like we could have explored like maybe even like university scores or university test results or stuff like that, and have someone who's like a highly expert to come down and talk to us about it. But
agreed.
You know, sometimes we just make a few mistakes here and there, but it's fine. I think it's still an alright episode, but I think you could have done a little bit better. And then to ask what is John's least favorite episode for this year, John. You want to say what's your least episode for this year?
Okay, for this year one, right? Is give me a sec.
I'll give you a second. But I mean, our least favorite is not bad. I wouldn't say I was finding it very difficult to come out.
By no means do we mean that our episodes are bad. They're all fantastic. Please all go and watch, like, share, and subscribe.
But I think there are episodes that we like didn't really feel that great about once in a while. But you know, there's still value in it. That's why we post it. You know, if you don't feel like there's any value in it, we won't post it at all. But
okay,
yes. What's your least favorite?
I think I have an answer.
Let's go.
Okay. And this one is an answer that you may not expect.
Okay. What's the episode?
Hear me out.
I'm hearing you out.
Throwback to episode 46. The Earth Saga.
Oh, I didn't
remember
the Earth
Saga?
I remember it.
Let me explain why.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. Because I feel that it's a little bit of a soft spot in the sense that we kabu for almost 2 years already.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's still damn sian that like this kind of discriminatory against the LGBTQ plus community thing still happens.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
Right?
So it's more of a like a sian.
It is sian because the fact that we still need to talk about it.
Okay.
I'm glad that firstly, right, scrolling through all our archive of episodes, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have to talk about that much. Means no new bad developments.
Yeah. As of now.
But if I had to say, it's very, very disappointing that we still have to deal with that.
It is. And I mean,
you know,
I say this like plenty of times, but like every time we do like a serious IMO episodes, it does like take a toll on us. And that's why we do chill topics like the nonsense episodes or like the Reddit episodes, because like once in a while we say something and then let's say we talk about racism or something, and it does like make us feel very heavy. It feels very, very bad, and it doesn't feel great lah. But it's still episodes that we think that has value and we should put out anyways.
No, exactly. And also the thing about it is that like, because the whole, if I remember correctly, okay, the whole Third Saga was brought on because of a religious group.
It is, yeah.
Which is even more disappointing in my head because like I'm also a religious person, right? Which is why I feel that like these two things should not be polar opposites. It shouldn't be preached against each other.
I think
and that's what makes it sian.
I think the episode you were more I guess engaged or more invested in the episode than I was, because I'm not religious in like Catholics or like the Christianity side of things.
Yeah.
So I think the episode we also clubhoused it We clubhoused it. There was a clubhouse phase we went through. That was the first episode we clubhoused. And it actually got quite a lot of people who were sharing their opinions. Some people against us, some people for us. And it was quite an informative episode as well, but it was tiring as shit.
Yeah.
It was super
tiring. That one we clubhouse until very late.
Yeah, we clubbed out very, very late. Back when we weren't on Twitch yet. But yes, I thought that was a good episode. But I think I understand what you mean, lah. These episodes make us feel a bit sian. Like that we have to talk about these sort of things. Like it does feel sian that we have, even though it's content for us, I'd rather we don't have content, you know. I'd rather we don't have
to deal with this.
Yeah, I agree. All right, John. To end off the season.
To end off
the episode, and more importantly, to end off the season on a very, very high note. On a feely note. Let's do our favorite episode. Favorite. And I already know what's your favorite episode. And I'm sure...
Is it the same?
I have a different favorite episode. I have a different favorite episode. But
bitch.
As in, I agree with yours. I agree with yours, but it won't make a very interesting podcast if we both say the same episode.
Okay, fine.
Okay, let's go, John. Why don't you just review the already review?
Okay, I'll just review it like it's any surprise. Okay?
Yes, let's go.
It's IMO episode 63.
Yes.
Which was the one where we talked to Amanda about a sexual assault survivor's story.
Yeah.
Very oxymoronically, because this is like, you know, like it's a heavy subject matter also. But what I feel is the best is because it is the first time on our platform that we are properly tackling this problem.
Yeah.
So you will say like, hey, how come, you know, the LGBTQ, this also is a problem for a long time. Different. The LGBTQ one, right? We talk all the damn time, and then we still fucking
nowhere.
People like that.
Yeah.
Which is then frustrating, right?
Yes,
but this is the first time. And I sincerely, and it really hit me hard, and I sincerely hope that it will be the last time that we have to have this kind of conversation. But you know, let's be real here, huh? The world is not sunshine and rainbows. But it's great that like we break into that to try to get these kind of stories told, because these stories are important, not only as a way for people to learn more, but also for solidarity for people who need to find each other.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it was a episode that like after that our Telegram chat was also like a lot of people who were saying like, hey, thank you for doing this episode, like, and thank you for the guests for coming on and talking about their own experience and everything like that. It was an episode that I distinctly remember being so hard to film. Like I think that was the hardest episode to film. But it's also what made it great. And it was the first episode that like in between episodes, I know it's like I said before on Twitch chat, but like we in between episodes we had to go and like drink like beer, like a little bit of beer, because the guests brought in some beer for us to drink and everything.
Liquid courage.
We all had to like just kind of drink a bit of beer because we were just feeling so down and we were feeling so heavy, and it was so difficult to like record and stuff like that. And after that it got a bit better, but it was something that was really tough to hear at first when I was interviewing the guests at first. Very tough to hear. To hear it again was tougher as well. So that whole episode, it was the first time that we purposely didn't do a 1 minute shortcut of the highlight video of the whole episode, because we didn't think that it would do any justice. So that's the episode that, I mean, I also agree that will probably be my favorite episode, but for the sake of this podcast, I'll say another one. But I think that will be the episode that if I had to show someone one episode that represents IMO, that would be the episode that I'll show.
Or like, not nonsense question.
No. Surprising, but no.
Okay, fine.
The episode will be the one. It will be the one that I'll show, because like I think it stands for a lot of things that we stand for. And it shows what I think it's like the pinnacle of us using the platform that we have to have someone else tell the story. For the first time, we basically didn't talk at all throughout the whole thing. Like we were just quiet and we were just listening. And I think that was something that I hope to do more of letting people share their story, more of letting people coming down and letting them tell their own like perspective on things, because ultimately that's what this whole podcast was created for. So let people who have otherwise don't have a voice have a voice, you know? But yes, that was probably my favorite episode as well. But I think the close second, which is my favorite that I'm going to talk about, it's actually an episode we did with Nicole from Something Private. It's how consent looks like in modern society. I think that is also can be under the underrated episode. I thought that was one of the best episodes we have ever done, because it was coming from we also had a female perspective to something that was a very, very important topic. At that time, there was like a lot of there was the SG Nasi Lemak case, there was the SMU case, there was a lot of these sort of things that was going on. A lot of people were talking about it. And I think that conversation that we had with Nicole was extremely productive. And it was extremely, I guess, nuanced and a lot more, I think it was a lot more vulnerable as well, because like Nicole also said some stuff that was like, I guess, her own personal experience. And we both kind of just, we all kind of saw each other's points and we all understood. And I think a sign of a good IMO episode might also be that if we leave the episode thinking more about the topic or like having more questions about the topic, I think that's probably a good IMO episode. IMO episodes were never meant to give you an answer. That's not the point of it. Our IMO episodes was to spark thought and to spark questions in your head. And if
so that the conversation can continue.
Yeah, within your friend group or within your family or within us even. But I thought that IMO episode was the one that like after that left more questions than answers. And I think those questions were important questions to answer as well. So I like the episode a lot. And I think it might even go within my underrated episode, 2.5k views. It should be more. It's really, really
should
good
be
episode.
2.5 million.
Sure. I'm not holding my breath for that, but yes. But I think that was an episode that I really, really liked. And I mean, Nicole was great. Nicole, I mean, she hosts her own podcast, Something Private. Do check it out. But Nicole was great. I think she was really friendly as well. And it was an overall great time to film with her. So I like the episode. Do check it out if you haven't yet. My goodness, John. The year has gone by quick. And what a year. What a year. But man.
We still cannot travel yet, but what a year. We're getting there, but what a year.
What a year. Anna says, oh yes, I like Nicole at the podcast. Something Private is really good. Haven't catched this episode yet. I should catch up. Definitely. If you haven't caught the IMO episode, I think you definitely should. It's been a crazy year for us. I think it's been a year that like we set out thinking like, okay, we need to improve certain things. And I think we did improve it. And I think we also gained quite a bit of traction as well. But John, do you have any final reflections for the year?
Final reflections, I won't say that I'm in a particularly reflective mode right now, so I will not lie to you. But the main thing is I am in a very appreciative mode. So I just want to thank you guys for being here with us all this time. Yeah. Especially those of y'all that have started with us all the way back 2 years ago to like now. You all are the reason we are able to continue to produce content like this. You are the reason that we drive ourselves to come back every Thursday to come and talk with you all. And also you are the reasons that we're able to reach out to these different people. Because of you all being a part of our platform, we're able to reach out to people to tell the stories that two asshole dudes on the internet may not be able to cover appropriately. And I think as a final thought, I want to say that like as much as I talk a lot of nonsense, and I joke a lot and whatever, I am very, very, very grateful for what we have here, which is, I would say, quite rare on the internet. And like as a result, it's very precious. You guys are very precious to me. This whole thing is very precious to me, and I hope that we can take this into the forever future.
Yeah, I agree.
And cereal is a soup.
I think, I mean, John has said enough. I think everything we have now is really thanks to you guys. I mean, Audio Technica, the reason why you got a sponsorship is because of you guys as well. You guys have supported us, and therefore we caught the eye of certain brands and everything like that, and that's how we got sponsors. So
even alcoholdelivery.sg, man.
Yes, that was crazy. That was a crazy time. But I think the year has been mad. I think I never would have thought that doing things like Twitch or doing things like Telegram would grow our community as well as it did. And I think the biggest improvement, Denzel asked me what we have improved from last year to this year. I think it's twofold, maybe threefold. The first one was definitely our community has gotten stronger. And that's thanks to you guys as well, because ultimately we are not the community, you guys are the community. So doing Twitch and doing Telegram and the comment section has been absolutely wonderful. You guys disagree with us. Last week's episode, there was someone that disagreed with us, but was so nice about it. And was I thought their points were great. So I think those are the things that we improved on. And I think doing Twitch and Telegram helped to build their community even better. And it warms my heart to see like Telegram chat. There are people talking about their random lives, talking about things by themselves. You know, we didn't even initiate it. It's just a like bunch of people just talking about their lives and everything like that. So that's something that was I think was very heartwarming. So that's one thing that improved. The second thing improved is that going to this year's IMO, we told ourselves that we wanted to do more controversial topics. We wanted to tackle topics that we were more uncomfortable with. And that was something that John and I talked about. We actually had a conversation about it. I was like, John, I think we need to start doing controversial topics, even though it makes us extremely uncomfortable. And he was like, yes, we should. And we have done these topics. Like we've done topics about like sexual assault, done topics of like racism, LGBTQ, homophobia, all these kind of things that innately, because we are both quite peace-loving people, we won't exactly naturally gravitate towards, but we understand the importance of it. So there are these more uncomfortable topics is something that I'm very glad to be able to done. And also, I'm also glad to have guests that were able to chaperone these topics better than we ever could do these topics. Let's say like women's rights, we had Tini on, or we had for sexual assault survivor episode, we actually have an actual sexual assault survivor. Yeah. So all these things, like we could have talked about it without them. And I'm very grateful that there are people who are willing to come on and share their own story and trust us with their story as well. I think that's a very important thing. And hopefully we did their story justice. And the third thing that I was just personally very proud of, I think our thumbnails are nicer.
Hey, these are all Alastair. Give it to him, man.
I think our thumbnails are significantly better now. And I think that because of that, our click-through rates are nicer, are better, our views are a little bit better. We are appealing to a wider audience rather than just our recurring viewers, as much as we love you guys. So I think these three things make this year really, really wonderful and really, really fulfilling for me. And we will be continue doing it. We have been doing it for 2 years, John. 2 years. It's crazy to think that we've been doing it for 2 years, 81 episodes, but we'll continue doing it as long as you guys support us.
I like it. I hope you like it.
I like it, man. I like it. I'm a bit tired, but I like it. I mean, it's next year we'll be using the break to think about how to improve next year. And we have already thought about a little bit about how to improve next year and thought about what to do to make it even better for you guys, so we don't like rest on our laurels and just keep doing our own thing. So hopefully next year we'll continue to entertain you guys, and I hope you guys will stick around for the new season of IMO. In the meantime, we'll still be streaming every Thursday and probably Monday or Tuesday. We'll still be streaming 2 times a week. So do catch us on Twitch if you miss us a bit too much. We'll chat with you guys. We will build a community there. So do come and head down to our Twitch as well. And with that, John, this is crazy to say, but we have come to the end of the season of IMO 2021. Oh my goodness.
We'll be back.
We'll be back. And for the last time, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Still get COVID.
These are my happy hands. Thank you for being here all this while.
Thank you
for everything. We're not going away. We're just going to go celebrate Christmas with our families because that makes more sense.
Yes. But for the last time, guys. For last time this season, for this year.
For last time this year. Don't say until like we die.
No, but sentimental. For last time this season, thank you guys so much. Stay safe. Don't get COVID. See you guys next year. Bye-bye.
Get your booster shot, then. Bye!